like if you're sketching something out, like is there ever like they're like, nah, I don't like that. Okay, another couple hours.
Sure, bro.
Right?
Let me tell you. Well, let me tell you about a nightmare client that I had, right? And I don't have too many of those. I feel like most of my clients are super chill, but I had this girl that she had walked into my shop and she had I call it this would be a triple cover up. She had a tattoo triple cover up. She had a tattoo done by one artist. Second artist came in, attempted to cover it. I'm coming in as the third artist. So a triple cover up right there. She walks in and I'll be honest, Kia, I did not want to do this tattoo. It was a headache and I tried to be nice about it. You know, I was busy and I told her, I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. You know, I can't do this right now. I can refer you to one of my artists. And she just didn't follow up. And what happened is she came back about a month later. And the second time she came in tears. And she's telling me like, Herschel, please help me. Like now she's asking me for help. And that's how she got me. Once I seen her in tears, I'm like, I got to help this girl,
that's
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, I really want to help her. And I've done tattoos like this where I don't want to say I specialize in cover-ups, but I'm confident in my cover-ups. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why she had wanted to see me too. She had seen my recent cover-ups. So anyways, she got me, I scheduled her, and her session realistically should have been about a 4 or 5 hour session. When I tattooed her, this session turned into double. This was about a 8 to 10 hour session, man. Wow. And the reason it was delayed wasn't because it took that long, but because the changes and the things that happened during the session. Let me give you an example. So she had like an anime figure, right? More of a head, more anime head with like a galaxy background. And I remember I'm reworking the color, just retouching it up first, cleaning up the makeup on the face. And I remember I did, she wanted brown eyes. So I gave the girl brown eyes in the tattoo. She gets up, she looks at it. She's like, I don't like the brown eyes. I don't want the brown eyes. I don't like that. Can we do blue eyes? And you know, you can only go over the skin a certain amount of times before you start to overwork the skin and really cause damage that can cause scabbing, bad tattoos.
Have red eyes.
So and I started explaining, I'm like, no worries, we can, you know, I'll do that on this one, but just a heads up, before I put any color, just be sure you know what you want, because I can't take away, and there's only so much I can do with going over that second layer. So what happened is, that's one small example. Started like that. And I'm telling you, bro, she was nitpicking and I'm very patient, man. I'm probably the most patient person I know. I'm very patient, but she was nitpicking. When I tell you there was maybe like 250 stars on there, she was nitpicking every single one. She looked up in the mirror, and I remember this was like hour 6, and she's like, you know, first she was super nice and sweet, and towards the end she just turned into like this client Zilla, man, because she's looking in the mirror, she's like, I don't like that star, I don't like that star, I like that one, I don't like that one. What? Oh, redo that one, I don't like the blush there, can you add more blush? And it just, that's what the session was like. And let me share something with you, bro. She kind of had like this goth aesthetic. You know how you meet, they say that vampires exist, but they're energy vampires. She drained my energy, bro. I almost felt like it was so bad that I felt she was pushing me to that extreme so I can be like, hey, I'm done, just get out of here. I was thinking at certain points, I was thinking she wanted a free tattoo because she was pushing me that much, you know? But she drained my energy. She never let me post a tattoo. She didn't let me take photos of the tattoo. She was just, you know, I don't know what her deal was, man, but she was different, a different type of person. I haven't seen her since then. And that's probably been my worst client, man. Yeah, she drained me. My energy, I got out of there super late. I was exhausted, bro. I was exhausted. Yeah. And I felt like that the next day. And I remember thinking, did I just tattoo a vampire? You know?
Wow. So it is a game of energy, dude.
It definitely is, man. It definitely is, man. Yeah. So, you know, I get a few clients like that. But for the most part, my clients are chill. Working in a tattoo shop, you see people pass out. You see people have seizures.
You just like went over that one. You just say some crazy shit. I was like, what?
Yeah. You know, so you mentioned about needles, right? Having a lot of people do have fear of needles, and even though it's not a long needle, sometimes it does. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just sitting there. Sometimes even the sight of blood, people get nauseous, or they'll. Like I said, I had a client where. Well, actually, it wasn't my client. I'll share a different one. But my boy tattooed this heavily tattooed guy, right? It's not his first rodeo. Comes in early morning, gets a small filler on his forearm. My client's tattooing him, and the dude was, I think he was drinking. And this dude, all of a sudden, I hear his drink spill. And I see his drink on the ground, and all of a sudden I see piss too. So it's like yellow and like some other color over here. So long story short, this dude had a seizure. I was right next to my boy and next to the client. The dude had a seizure, fell on the ground, and he pissed himself. So now, why did that happen? This is why I think it was because the night prior he was drinking. He didn't get a lot of rest, which he said these things, and he didn't eat breakfast. So that's something that I encourage all people. I make videos on this too, is when you prepare for a tattoo, you have to be well rested. You have to, stay hydrated, drink plenty of water the day before, even during the session. Be comfortable, bring a blanket, make sure to eat breakfast, make sure to eat beforehand, because you'd be surprised. A lot of people say, I'm fine. A lot of people, they'll lie and they'll say I ate, and then all of a sudden they turn white, and all of a sudden they're not feeling well. And I'd be like, hey, you didn't eat, right? And they're like, yeah, I didn't eat. So those things are really important. We're not just telling you just to tell you. They're for a reason, and it really does make a difference. Even sometimes just sugar. So sometimes when people aren't feeling well during a session, I've seen that where they'll turn white, be like, and if they did eat, I'd be like, just, get a soda, drink a Coke, or get chocolate, get some candy, get some sugar in you. Yeah. So those things really do help. So
wow, dude, I didn't know that. That's wild. You've seen it all in a tattoo shop.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of different things in the shop, man.